WesWes Show.
All right, welcome everybody to another episode of the MC Out the Clip podcast, the EOTC, straight out of West Auckland, the heart of West Auckland. I'm here with my brothers in the house. Feels like it's been a long time, but welcome, brothers. Yush, Let's, what's up?
So, Moose.
Yeah, good to be back in the studio.
It's been more than 4 weeks.
Is it?
It's been more than 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, who's counting? Who's counting?
Feels like it's been lockdown, man. We've been in our own rooms in the garage or whatever, you know. So, no, it's good to be back in prison.
Yeah, man, it's good to have you guys back. You know the drill, boys. Do some shout outs. Let's go, Yush.
Shout outs, I guess, to the All Blacks. I guess to be honest, I doubted them. I thought there was a chance of them winning, but it was smaller. The chance of them losing was bigger. So shout out to the All Blacks and I guess all the real faithful ones. I didn't think they could pull through, but it was like a World Cup final, and I really enjoyed the game. Back and forward, showed a lot of heart. I feel like they have like the hanging out day to day. They could have maybe worked things out. I feel like they played like the Queensland team, like brothers. They were more tired, whereas the other games they didn't seem like they had that bond. But yeah, I guess to those guys for persevering through all the I guess negativity and then not being successful against Ireland when they were here and then bouncing back 17-0. They're 17 in a row, Ireland. So I think that was pretty big. Yeah,
Our taxpayers' money's in a good place, mate. Oh man, I got a semi-long list. I haven't even written it, but I'm just do it from the top of my head. Shout out to the Tory families out in Point Cook, out in Melbourne. Awesome time spent over there with close fams. To my bro, the Tawanis up in Mackay. Also to my bro, Meno Fafa and my little boy Yoku. To Madam Bridget, somewhere in Melbourne, and to the bro Johnny and Hells, Mr. and Mrs. McAllister. Enjoyed the wedding over in Melbourne. Also to the Iono fams, got to meet Kita's other half's parents. They cooked us a superb slow cooked meal, man. It was like they did off cooking smoke brisket and some
nice.
chicken. Man, what a way to meet the in-law, the other side. But now, thanks for the hospitality, man. Had a great time, and just talking about our kids. And my last one's to my Usa kin. Man, the boy so he saw my video. I was like, look, I'm coming to Melbourne, and shout outs to Siasi Lawaki as well. So they saw I made a little video. Hey, I'm gonna be coming to Melbourne. I'm gonna be here between these dates. Let's book a time. Let's talk some shit. And then they ring me when I get here. When I come back home. When you see me talking like it's like a happy face like that, that's the time to message me. Oos, let's catch up. But it's just funny that I was just leaving the airport and then I had just landed and I got the dogs, have you left? In my heart, that's like, it's all good, man. You're busy.
Yeah.
I get it.
Don't pretend.
Working.
Don't pretend you wanted to catch up.
Working, but at the same time. But I gotta tell you, man, my bro Ken, he pulled out the pull on the heartstring one. He goes, "Oos, I would have clearly came. I just went and saw the boys in Adelaide, bro. Fuck, I would have driven 7 hours to come see you." Love you, Oos, bro. That one, bro. They beat Jossie's one. That's my Ranui fams, man. Like,
Must have took them a while
someone
to think
tries
that
to
up.
outdo the other one with that. Sorry, I would have driven 7 hours, man, just to come see you. You need for an hour. Love you, Oos. But that wraps up my shout outs, man, to my to the fams in Melbourne, man. Thanks for having us, man. Best time in a long time. Yeah, and Haley and Johnny set the bar for Faipe Pongas, man. Like, I've never eaten and drunk so much wine, and like early hours, like talking shit, like people were trying to sleep. It's like, oh, we paid all this money to be here.
Yeah.
And then the breakfast was on the next day too, man. So
Gotta enjoy it, eh?
nah, yeah, I had to this is a funny story, man. On the airplane back, I had to ask for extension for the safety belt. It was like a bit tight when I left with Kira, but coming back with my wife, okay, can you ask the lady when she walks past? So, yeah, man, I need to do something about my weight, man. It's not good. It's not a good look.
I swear, man, those planes are getting tighter and tighter every year. Hey, it's like they're going to put an extra seat in every year or something. Hey, I'm sure we can fit another row.
I think they
Were you
need
snoring on the guy next to you? Or
whoever's
what?
engineered the upright of the back for the airplane seat.
Yeah.
Bro,
There's
they
no
literally got it
comfortable.
on a freaking 90 degree fucking angle. Hey, I'm like, oh my gosh. I've never sat like this since I was in primary, man. But it felt weird, sitting in the airplane.
Trying to get comfortable, eh? They're trying to like shuffle left and right. You
Well, I saw
can't
my
get the
kids
spot, eh?
seeing like putting their legs against the people in front when they were trying to put the seat back. And I was just laughing. They were like, look at me, Dad. Bloody kids, mate. Bloody kids. But you, what about your list of shout outs?
Man, my normal list shout outs, man, to everybody that listens into the WesWes Network content, man, and YouTube, on Spotify, or everywhere you get your podcasts. This is the EOTC. Go check us out on our Facebook page. It's a private Facebook page, so you got to get in, answer the free questions, and the security will let you in. This is your chance to chuck in your comments or your posts, and then we'll talk about it on the podcast. Thanks, boys. Let's talk about what we did during the week. I'll go with you first. Let's.
Man, I'm trying to remember it, eh? So I got back on Wednesday, Tuesday midnight there, and arrived here Wednesday morning. Yeah, I was under the weather, man. I don't know what it was. You know, then people pick you up and they go, man, I was just sick. And then you're sitting in the front seat with him. I just fucking landed, right?
I didn't need to hear this.
Ooh. Damn, thanks for telling me after breathing in your ear for the last 20 minutes. Oh, yeah, I've been bedridden from like Wednesday. But yeah, people, because so I messaged, I thought I put it on my page that I wasn't going to be cutting last weekend. So I had to catch up on that backlog of haircuts yesterday, I was trying to amp myself up, man, because I literally didn't move, eh? Since I laid down from Wednesday, bro, that was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, still in bed, man. And I hadn't replied to anyone, so I was like, fuck it, and what's another week? But then, you know, you're like, oh man, it's sad, eh? Like, so when my VIP comes in every week, bro, when he came back, I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to say, like, because his hair was like pretty curly. And he goes skin, man. So I was like, fuck, sorry, man. So I opened up for him. And then I did another catch-up haircut today on one of the cousins as well. But no, man, the week's been weird, eh? Because of the weather, I think, as well. Like, the nighttime in Melbourne was cold. I saw it on live like weather report, 10 degrees. So I packed like 5 jumpers. Bro, it wasn't 10 degrees, man. It was like more like 2 degrees, man. It's fucking cold. So when I got back, I was like, it was actually warm. But then, yeah, so when we landed, it was like fucking raining. I was like, it's not even cold. But yeah, I found that was weird. But yeah, just being bedridden, eh? But shout out to my bro Elliot, man, coming over, Mr. Measure Once, Cut Twice. Yeah, man, we did some DIY, managed to do that. I'd been planning to do that while I had my 16 days off work, so it's good that I got it done. Holding's up to scratch, man. I just need to take it in for a warrant. Yeah. So it's so much for 30 days, eh? It's pushed it out to 45 days, but means I gotta pay another paper to get the warrant done, eh? Well, at least it's done, man. Fuck. Hopefully it doesn't fail. So yeah, wish us luck for that. Week's been, yeah, hasn't been that busy, but yeah, seems busy, but not that busy, eh?
You think he caught like COVID from the cab guy or something?
Nah, it's my brother-in-law, man.
Oh, okay.
The one who's talking about cooking, man. So, man, why can't we just talk about
infecting?
Yeah. But then I think Kira had it as well. She was like, oh man, my friend's talking. Why are you saying that and you're in the front seat, man? Fuck. I don't know. He does that, eh? It's the same person who washes their diarrhea hands on the saturated towel that's in the bathroom, eh? I was like, come on, man. About to eat. Shucks. But I suppose that's why you get to the airport and they got these Dyson blade dryers now, eh? There's no more paper towels.
Yeah. The Dyson ones are good.
So you going back on Wednesday and you didn't go to work? You just had those days off for the rest of the week?
Yeah, no. I plan to have a week. I think should have taken another 2 more days. But now it'll be my first day back. Easy, man. 2 nights and 2 days, done.
Oh, yeah.
Long
Friday, long weekend,
yeah. But you, how's your week been?
No, it was good. It was first week back after the school holidays. So it's, catching up with the kids, catching up with all the staff and that. And, at the start of stuff, it's always nice, because everybody's happy to see each other and that. So, no, it's good. I guess it's the honeymoon, the week or whatever. But I think I've figured out some stuff, with some kids, just learning like how to, adapt to different kids and things like that. So I guess through some podcasts and talking to Sully as well, So it's good making the job easier. But with my daughter started, we tried T-ball today, first time at Starling Park. So that was good. Oh, my older one was crying; she didn't want to do it, but like at the start. But then she got into it a bit. But then we were fielding and they hit the ball, but all the kids run for it, and like she got it a couple of times, and then she didn't get it, and she's like crying like, I really want the ball. I really want, and like none of the other kids are crying or me like this. And my wife was like, "Look what you created, You have to be a champion. You have to win." and I was like, "Oh, sure, I didn't create this little part, So now it was funny seeing them. But we did like some little practices in the garage, because it just bought like the came out thing, like hit the ball and just did the home bases and stuff. Yeah, little practice like that, and so bit of training and stuff. But just back at school. Happy they put on a nice hangi for us on the Friday, and all the workers. There was been some for like renovation. They're building like a new tech block in that at Henderson.
How far is that along? Is it almost done?
I don't know. I'm not sure. It's not this year. I don't think so. Yeah. But then the board put on a good feed for us and that. So no, it's good to be back in the swing of things and routine and all that. So yeah, that was me.
Oh, nice.
What about you, Camps?
Yeah, man, I had a quiet week, sort of quiet week. I got back from Samoa Monday afternoon. Man, I just want to shout out to you guys for doing that episode without me. I think I lost my job when I was listening to it. I think I lost my job, man. Like, these guys.
Shout out to the second executive producer, Eric, bro. Like, I had no idea what the hell was going on. He goes, "Oh, I was recording it." I can't see anything. This is what it looks like,
it was good teamwork. Yeah. Eric and then you.
Yeah.
It
was actually a good episode. I was listening to it and I saw heard the kinks, but the kinks fixed that up when I got back, so it's all good now. It's got the intro in there and the outro, so it's all good. But good work.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
Probably one more thing is it was funny. My daughter went to school on Monday, and then Monday night. Monday after school, my daughter was, I feel sick, and then
was her stomach?
No, she was sick. She was actually sick, but for one day. Then the next day, I'm sick, and then like she wanted to go with her uncle and do something in the pool. And I was like, "Angie, you feel sick?" No, I'm all good. And I was like, "Oh, okay." So it's just funny how she's getting to the age, she's nearly 5, she's starting to lie and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, and she's like milking things.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh man, where's my innocent little?"
But how's her foot from? Isn't that your oldest?
Nah, she was all good. She went back to training and stuff. But
what an expensive lesson that was.
But she had a week off. She had about a week. Yeah, she couldn't walk and stuff. But then, like when they want to do stuff, they can do it. All of a sudden her throat wasn't sore. But that was definitely, I guess, a highlight of the week. Not a highlight, but something. Yeah,
those moments of first time.
Yeah. Little buggers.
Yeah. So got back. I had Tuesday and Wednesday off as well, so I just relaxed there. And I thought I was gonna do some work, like do some editing and that, but I didn't get around to doing it. Just like you, man. When that feeling, if you lie down, you can't get back up,
Yeah, very tapped out.
Well, the energy's gone, from that travel.
I mean, it obviously means you had a good time, then, no? Enjoying life.
Yeah. So now just relaxed those 2 days. Then went back to work. Then I was just like slow, just trying to get back into it. Thursday, Friday, and yeah. So,
that's good for the mind and body, to have a little break and stuff.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Just to have like because you want to be productive. You're always in your head to be productive all the time. But then sometimes you just just have to let it go sometimes. Eh?
Yeah.
Just do nothing. Just do nothing.
Yeah.
Just watch a movie or just do nothing.
Yeah.
Just let that time go, and then I think you get energized that way. Eh? I think it's like fasting. You know, you don't eat, and you get more energy if you fast.
Yeah.
Like you like fasting time. Eh? Like don't do anything. Just lie down and stay still or something.
Yeah, you're right. Like it's just do nothing every now and again. Yeah, because you always feel like this thing to be productive.
Yeah.
Like learn something, do something around the house, or do something for the family or whatever. Yeah. But it's good every now and again, just to recharge and.
Yeah, that's what it is. Recharging,
refresh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, man. So it was funny because I was in Samoa for that week, and then, man, coming off the plane, coming back to NZ, man, then next month being bombarded with all the news, like the war in Israel and bloody elections, and like all the stuff, this world stuff. That what the hell? When did this all happen? Like I just came into it. Like in Samoa, there was nothing. TV was on, but it's only church stuff on TV.
Yeah.
It's like sports and that World Cup stuff. But man, I just remember coming back, and next minute there's that war in Israel, and I was, just bombarded.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, like I missed out on all the stuff.
Back into the rat race, eh?
That's back into the rat race, man. That's what I noticed. Coming back into it.
Do you reckon you could live in Samoa, or nah? You like a little bit of.
For me, Samoa's more about lifestyle. Eh? Like you don't need that much money, but it's all about just no stress and just island time all the time, And everybody else is on island time, No one's wanting stuff fast. No one's in a hurry. No one's in a rush, If you don't get it done, who cares? Get it done tomorrow. Yeah, man. Yeah. So I love that. I love that stuff. Yeah, man. So what's happening, man? We got a new prime minister. We got a new prime minister now.
Seems to be prime minister, eh? Still 20% of the ballot to be counted.
But they haven't sorted out if it's gonna be if he needs some more seats from other parties, eh? Like
I think he is, yeah.
Or New Zealand First.
Yeah, I think they are looking at the coalition, eh? Just to give them more power, more strength, and rule and stuff. Which usually never is, really. Like the dual government. But it'll be interesting because surely there'll be a lot of stuff that they seem want to unleash for them to sort of negotiate, for them to sort of support them, eh?
I guess for me it wasn't that surprising. I knew there was gonna be a new government because all the shit that Labour got through the COVID, especially for the mandate stuff. And so I knew it was their time had come, And I think it's like that for New Zealand anyway. When it comes to politics, when you get sick of one party's being there too many times, you're gonna swap it. You're gonna swap it around.
Well, I was watching live right up until about 9 o'clock. So when I finished doing the garage door, then from about 7 till 9, bro, all you saw was like fucking blue, and then they Petty Gower pulled the map up of the country, and he was like, bro, he's pretty direct, eh? And he was like talking about it. He was explaining it like a rugby game. And he goes, man, you can see far and wide, man, left to right. You're pretty much looking at the forward pack, and you say Auckland's the forward pack, right? You can look from the number 8 feet all the way to across to the east is all blue. And you'd never seen that. And he goes, it's amazing like how fast they went from red to blue. And then the odd electrics, Manura, Mangry, same, man. It was just the same, the ones that never be blue. But it's just crazy, like fuck, it was just blue all the way through, eh? Even like they said, Mount Knight will probably be a tricky one. Bro, I think the Mount Knight was ahead at about 9 o'clock was ahead by like 2,000 or 3,000 voters, man. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, from central to west it was all blue, eh?
All blue, bro.
Yeah, but you're right. You got the South Auckland's always gonna be red no matter what. But yeah, like Te Atu, they're blue, eh?
Te Atu was blue, bro, and like films from out. It was like fuck.
It's not surprising if you know it, yeah.
For him as an individual and MP out west, I think about the work he'd done during the Ranui floods. There was no national fucking MPs out there doing jack shit.
Oh, and I mean just national in general. But, I mean, yeah.
But I mean, from what I saw, he was never gonna win, bro. Like, it's time to get rid of all that old crowd. They obviously supported all the stuff like the mandates in there. So, clearly people they ain't gonna forget that shit overnight.
No, especially
Done.
when you think what Labour should stand for, like the working class, the working person, and the mandates is against the working person. Because you're not even working if you're not, So if you're about the working person, what's the mandates got to do? That's something like, I think National would have done, because they're all about the business. They look at things from a business point of view.
Well, they were willing to like open the gates, right? They weren't willing to do the MIQ and all of that stuff. Whereas you remember Labour were allowing entertainment coming with no MIQ dates or being freaking vaccinated. So we were letting that window in. Yet we were doing the, hold up, you gotta be mandated and QR codes before you can move places. Well, people remember, man. It was like, hey, we gotta line up at the supermarket. Hey. But all these elderly people have to line up too, but then sometimes they can walk in. But then at a funeral, we can't have the same amount of numbers. So that's why it's fucking wrong, man. People won't forget,
Yeah. Man, I've only been following like the politics and stuff like for the last 5 years, and I watched the thing last year, the live, and then this year. I like the way they talk on the live. I wish they talk like that generally, because they're like joking around and like mocking each other, and I was like, wow, this is more real, and they all sort of, I don't know, when they were going to different places and stuff like that. I liked the energy, and the vibe. It was refreshing for me to see them talk like that, as opposed to like all being so proper and, papelos, or like, it was cool. It was cool to see them talk the way they did, but I voted for the Māori party, but I'm not too like, I didn't get angry or whatever about it all, but yeah, so I voted for. I just thought it'd be good, sort of feeling the movement, and just I was like, oh yeah, I've been like learning stuff at school, but Māori history is coming in, and then just think like they would know the best to lead their own country, sort of thing. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I should have been more aware of it earlier, but I guess I was like brainwashed through like media and what you see and stuff like that.
Yeah. I know
society and stuff.
Yeah, but I know what you're saying, because as a Polynesian, like coming from a Polynesian perspective, you'd want to give them the vote. Being Polynesian and all, and being that they know this land more than anyone, like colonization, all that kind of stuff, took over, like, they want what's best for the land, and we if we respect the people that used to be here, used to own the land. Yeah. This is their land, right? And they're still here, right? So.
And their first thing is not like business and money and all that. It's people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
The conversation starter is always about the people. Not things and money and material. It's like, I think they have like, it'll be better for everyone, for Pacific and, the Pākehā and that. It'll be good for everyone. I think they have good hearts,
Yeah. Man, I came into this election thinking I didn't like anybody. Didn't like Labour. I didn't like Labour anymore. Like, to me, the Labour Party hasn't been the Labour Party since David Longy. Hey, like the reason why Islanders love Labour, why everyone in South Auckland votes Labour, because they still remember the Labour from the 80s and the 90s, But then I don't think they're the same Labour anymore, And I found that out during the mandate stuff, and just what their policies are around, like, like owning the house and all that kind of stuff. Like, yeah.
You know what I found funny was when like Luxon, he finally left his house and that. Like, like in the other countries where there have to be like 1 million security guards and stuff, like New Zealand's chill, eh? I think there was 1 or 2. And, people can get to him. We get along, like, even though people don't agree on certain things, I'm happy that this country is good, like, they can talk and be civilized.
His house was on national TV,
Yeah.
So if you want to find him, right, just have
that's what I'm saying.
Picture of their house.
But in other countries, that doesn't happen, you know what I mean? And, like, Trump and all them, these guys are trying to get assassinated, and there's security everywhere and all that sort of stuff. They can't walk around the streets and stuff, and, so I thought that was quite beautiful, like, seeing that, he could just walk out his house and there's a few people to talk to, and I was watching their things. He has a pie with, I don't go for national, but, he has a pie. Like, they're just normal people. I like that about New Zealand. And they disagree, but they have a joke and have little digs at each other and stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty cool.
The one thing I found this election was that National and Labour were sort of similar too. You know, they had a lot of similar policies. They, which was
They were
kinda,
trying to, the ones that they thought people wanted to hear about, sort of way, like the tax returns and what they would cut. Yeah, I thought it was mind blowing because the biggest tweet that went around was what you could get for $60, as in whatever he said in his debate. Like he could shop on $60 and feed himself for $60. And it's funny, man, because a lot of people will be like, "What do you buy?" It's like, so it's like a conversation starter. If you got $60, can you survive off that? Because if you were to not eat healthy, yeah, you could. Like that's easy.
If it's just for you, is it, or just for one person?
That's what he was saying.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like,
easy.
Yeah, $60, yeah. But then you times it by however many in your household. Whereas the Labour was doing it like, nah, you need like $300 to $400.
I think
he was like saying you can feed a family for $60. Damn, he's eating noodles. You gotta be eating noodles.
like some people can't do it because they're too bougie, you know. They need like different food, and but I could do it. I could eat noodles and bread.
Right, you can do it.
I could do it. It's all good, easy. But some people can't do that. That's
$60, yeah, you can.
That's one meal.
You can do it.
Yeah.
But like for him to stand by, yeah, you can feed a family for $60. Like, ooh, did he really mean that? Show me, man.
You can't feed
Show
a family.
me.
You can't feed a family on that.
Right, it's just like eat noodles and chicken.
One person, but not a family.
I mean, this is a good test. That's a good test. $60. Say a family of 4. $60. Family of 4. You
You got to times that by 4, yeah.
I reckon, right, that's a good. Man, where would you go? Like, I reckon it could be done, but the amount of driving you're doing to feed.
You think you could do $60?
You could do it, man.
Nah.
7 days. 7 days.
7
you
days.
Could do it. You could do it, man. You could do it.
What do you get?
Gangalesa, right?
Yeah,
Gangalesa is like $3. You get a kg of that.
Nah, it's more than $3.
You can get like you can get budget brand. You can get budget brand, right? That's a kg. Budget brand is like $3.
All right.
That's the cheapest brand you can buy at Pack and Save. That's $3. So you got like another 53. Bro, you could do it, man.
But
you'd have to portion your food.
You guys would eat that in one day, though, wouldn't you?
Nah.
Like, throughout the family, I mean.
How about a can of tuna? And can of tuna and rice?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If you buy like say you bought a big can of tuna, right? Because you could do 6 meals
if
every
you're
day.
like trying to like eat back, not like hard out.
But the can is $60 for the week, but it's only one meal, right? That's broken up.
Yeah,
there's like one meal a day. That's how you'd have to eat. But his comments obviously didn't match what was coming out of his mouth. That's what I was like. You could do it. You could feed your family. Like everyone's eating just one time for the whole.
I guess if you're in those like those poor ass countries, they do it.
Well, like say
you know, like they do actually have one meal a day.
Like say if I had 2 kids that go in the Henderson to meet it, right? For example, it was me and my wife, right? And we just got tuna. We just made a big tuna, made a whole lot of sandwiches. That would be your breakfast, lunch, and that you could do all of that. The kids that get in Henderson, they get a free lunch anyway, and they might get breakfast. So if you're just getting like a whole cereal's cheap, man. Rice bubbles is cheap. You could do it, but it would just be like no fizz, no ice cream, no chips.
I guess if you ate like where you needed to, because like, you know, we all like overeat.
Yeah.
You know, you just ate what you needed. It might be, but I don't.
You could do it for a week.
Well, I just went shopping last night, right? Because we had a plan on what we're gonna have for dinner. Like, let's make a shepherd's pie. So you got all the stuff for shepherd's pie, you know. And then, but when you're down the aisles, you see some little specials. Like I saw chicken tonight for $2. So special, a can of chicken tonight. Oh yeah, let's grab 2 of those for chicken maybe down the road. And then, you know, need to get some toothpaste. Need some toothpaste. But I just got but we planned there to get for enough food for dinner that night, right? I ended up going out, getting all this other stuff that we needed. $80. And that's just one for one for one day, and all the extra stuff we needed for, you know, around the house and shit. So $80. So yeah, it was hard for us to $60, and it is rice and tuna, you know.
Yeah, like I did a meat shop today. And I spent about $110 on meat, but that's me portioning it out for the week. So like, I got 2 punnets of minced at $10. That's like it's like 1.4 kgs, or just under 1.6 kgs. But if you portion it out like that, bro, the kids can do it, man. You can do it. it just means that your Sunday, your 7th day,
Yeah.
or like two of those days during the week would have to be leftovers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not having a new meal every week, every day.
Yeah.
And it can be done, man. It's just like you gotta put you gotta put on your. I have a sandwich.
Dude.
But it is cheaper than going out to eat,
Oh yeah.
and you do get leftovers for the next day. So
Mm.
that's your next day sorted.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
if you
yeah.
can stretch it out, because that shepherd's pie is still in the oven.
Yeah, yeah.
I had that today too. So
That's that Ramadan diet, eh? one time a day, type of meal living, eh?
As long as you put a lid on whatever you put in the in the fridge.
Yeah.
Once it gets my law, man, it's like you cannot dehydrate that. Man.
Another thing with I guess it's a shout out too. I guess shout out to the Overflow CrossFit guys, because I made it there a few more times than usual. But like, there's quite a few of members who are like studying today, like full time or part time, and like I remember when like growing up, people wouldn't be speaking Māori and that. Now it's like it's becoming more common. It's really cool. And then like I'll just walk past people and they're talking or using a few phrases, mix them with English, and I was thinking like, if you're in France, they speak French. You go to Samoa, they speak Samoan. You come to New Zealand, they speak English. And now it's starting to go back to like, you know, people speaking
that's
to
pretty
that.
cool.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And seeing like the mokos and, you know, they got the guys are getting their tats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, I think that's, you know, a good step in the right direction sort of thing. And it's becoming more normal.
Yeah, that's the thing. You make it normalized there.
Yeah, because when we first
Normalise it.
opened the gym, there was only a couple of guys who would speak, but now like there's quite a few. Like, and so, wow, it's pretty mean. Yeah.
So I went yesterday morning to vote, and I voted for Winston Peters, only because, you know, I didn't like anybody at all, and I just wanted someone to just try and mess things up a bit, you know, like be just disruptive, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
And he's one of those guys, eh?
Yeah, I did the Donald Trump thing, because, you know, people that hated the government, they just voted Donald Trump just for him to go and stuff things up,
Cause
and
trouble,
stuff, cause
stuff,
trouble, and
yeah.
you know. So that was my reason.
My wife likes him as well,
Yeah,
because he doesn't follow the norms and he thinks for himself and stuff like that. Yeah.
and he's Māori.
Yeah.
He's the man, eh?
Doesn't care, eh? Like,
Oh, bro, I think
listen.
he's wise beyond his years, man. Like, the democracy is the best way to go forward, like in a country like us, man. It's so diverse, and I think him, like he's like walking testament. Like, man, people are still woke, you know, because like he's even like, I didn't even think he believed that he was gonna be back in government. Like, fuck,
No.
see all the seats that he won, like all the cities he like pulled well in. Fuck, that's.
So my hope now is for National to can't govern without him. Hey, that's the thing now. I think there's one seat in it now. Like when they count all the special votes, if they need him, then they need to get him on side. Yeah.
so they're gonna cut the taxes for the people who make like a lot of money, eh? Is that one of the main things
for
national? I think that was one of their big things.
They said that it's gonna be 200. Is it 200? No, not 200. Eh?
I don't know the numbers, but
Is it $25 extra a week for
Is it?
everybody?
oh, okay. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Because that was the main thing about everybody. Like, how are they gonna do this? Where are they gonna get their money from? But they're gonna do heaps of cuts, eh? Like heaps of funding. They're gonna cut.
Yeah, that sort of stuff.
Because of a lot of people.
I think the
a lot of
lunches are
groups
getting cut, eh? I think they'll eventually get cut, apparently. You know, the school lunches? Well, that's what I heard. I don't know if they will, but
Yeah.
because that costs a lot to get funded. But I guess we'll see. We'll see what. Because they always like change a couple of things, and then some things they don't. Eh? Like every government, they can't do everything because it's got to be. You know, everybody's got to see it, and
John Key was the worst. He promised all these things and never happened.
yeah. So I guess we'll see. Yeah.
But I know it's gonna be a change. I think everyone knew that the country had to change, and it was hard to see Labour win it because they're already in there. So if they're talking about change, hey, where's the change then? You had your chance to change.
Yeah. 6 years or whatever.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
had their chance.
Yeah, had the chance. Yeah.
So yeah, I like Chris Hipkins there. When his little thing that he did, I thought he was really good. Level-headed. Yeah. Not too up or down, and I thought he was good for his time that he had.
Well, I don't know about you guys last night, but I was flicking back and forth to the Toa Samoa game and the elections. Like,
Oh no, yeah, I watched
All
that.
night.
Yeah.
Oh, shout outs to Mal Meninga, bro. You're the man. You're the man with your new set of rules, and we should pledge your allegiances and shit. I think the more he brings it up, the more people fucking highlight the. But does this guy listen to himself sometimes, eh? But he just highlighted how great Samoa is as a nation of rugby league players, man.
I mean,
Every
is he
time
scared?
he does it, eh?
Is he scared when he says these comments? Because
He's
You know,
bitching about one player,
I get
and
a-
then he's got 3 of them in his own team. Fuck.
like I get annoyed when he says that. When he says like, we should change the rules. Like they can't play for Australia and then go play for Tonga or something. Hey, come on, mate. Like
And he picks Tony Staggs as well. Like, what a poor bags, man.
I mean, you got the greatest team. You
Yeah.
know what? You're greedy. Why do you want to be greedy? You got all the best players anyway. Like you don't really need these players. Like you know.
Move the Samoan heritage players over into the tour team. Do we roll Australia?
Yeah, it's a tricky one because, like, Katoni, he probably wanted to make Aussie, right? But he didn't, so he played Tonga. And now he got selected. His dream was to play for Australia. You know what I mean? As a kid. I guess it's like when you dream to play for the All Blacks. You don't make it, but you play for Fiji or Tonga or Samoa or whatever. But then, you know, a year or two later, you get selected. You know what I mean? It's tricky, eh?
But the thing with the selection is because they're two nations, eh? You can swap, you can jump ship.
Yeah.
But what's Mel trying to change? Is he trying to change that you can't? Because was it Tuilanga played for? Was it Prime Minister's 13? And then 3 weeks later he's playing for the tour.
Yeah.
And he was also, that's why everyone's just snipping
Oh,
that.
okay.
Talangi.
Yeah, I was telling you.
Yeah, because he never got picked for Kangaroos. That's why when you see
But
him in
this is
the
funny,
Toa
it's
Samoa
like,
team.
oh, it's alright. It's convenient if it's for New South or for Queensland.
Yeah. And financially too, eh? Because if you play for Australia and New
Yeah,
Zealand,
then
you'd
teams
get
are
more money, eh?
You get paid. Eh?
You get paid,
yeah.
So, I don't know. Bit of a tricky one.
Yeah, because you can't go across, in the tiers. Tier 1 you can't go across.
You can't go.
But you can go down.
Fat Brown, eh? Because he played tour and then he's in the Kiwi squad.
He's in Kiwis, yeah.
Oh, did he make the Qs?
Yeah, he's in Kiwis.
Because when I thought about that, I was like, I put myself in his shoes. I was like, because I would do the same because I would always wanted to play for New Zealand. So, or I would love to play for Samoa as well. I would, you know, if Kiwis said, you know, are you available to play? I'd be like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, no disrespect though, you know what I mean? I would be super proud that I play for both.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
man, I've had the honor.
There's only a few people that managed to do it.
That's what I'm saying. So if
Yeah.
you had the opportunity, that would be awesome, you know, like to play for both. Like,
But I
you
just
know,
feel like
your family.
we drew for it, right? Like we already went to the World Cup and like, bro, we turned the World Cup upside down
Yeah.
just by making the semi and winning it, then playing in the final. But these one-off games ain't gonna cut it anymore, right?
Yeah.
So I think the fear is for Meninga is like, shit. For example, if I don't have my best props and they're both Samoans, will the next in line be good enough?
Yeah.
Because bro, on any given day, bro, if Junior Polo plays like he played like 2 seasons ago, bro, that's a scary result for Australia, especially considering like they got some players in their team that are in the millions, you know, like you got a handful of them that are getting paid well, but it's whether they can actually, you know, deliver in the games.
Because in the World Cup final, they had Tino and them. They were on the bench and that. They didn't even play.
Bench
Eh?
players, bro, yeah.
Murray as well, eh? Was it? I can't remember. There was about 2 or 3, I think, Samoans that didn't play. And I don't know if Mal was trying to play them, like, you know,
Like you'll start.
yeah, play with us.
before-
You're going to
yeah,
start, you know, don't leave sort of thing.
Yeah. Oh, it is, man. Most coaches do, they?
Yeah.
Just to trap you.
Yeah, that type of
Be
thing.
part of it, you know,
Yeah, it's like,
not have the glory, but because you remember there was that little video of him coming into the change room, chilling with all the boys, all the tall boys after the.
Oh,
after the final.
yeah.
Well, Tino and Haas have said they wanted to play for Samoa at some stage. In
It's
their
all
career.
about money for them at the moment, man.
Yeah, they
like,
got to cash in. eh?
yeah, you got it, man. Like,
I
they
mean,
want
they-
their short.
And they probably did being like, if they were both Aussie born as well. So yeah, I mean, they probably had a dream to play for
Yeah.
Australia as well. So I guess they're ticking that off as well. But yeah, the tour team didn't seem the same as like the World Cup team, mate. Just
Nah.
a couple of guys like Luai, they missed Luai. The halves, they didn't quite have the firepower. Like Critter should have been back in the centres or even put the young guy, I don't know, at halfback or 6 and put Critter at the back. Because he played pretty awesome, mate.
Oh, Falunga.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was the best player in the whole tours team. Me. Yeah.
Straight up.
But yeah, Critter did nothing at 6. You know, he's more of a ball runner. He's not really a playmaker. But as you could sort of tell, the team wasn't on paper. Didn't quite have enough firepower.
Because man, the two Samoans for Australia scored the first 2 tries. Like they were dominating the first 5 minutes,
And
10
then,
minutes.
then Hammer scored too later on.
Hammer scored later on.
Because he played for Samoa before.
Yeah. Well, he's got every right to play for Australia because he's half Aboriginal, half
Yeah,
Samoan.
Torres Strait or something like that. Yeah. So,
So he makes sense to swap over now and then. But he didn't get injured in the World Cup. That's why he didn't play.
Yeah. He got injured first game. Or was it before? Did he even field? He did, eh?
I remember because he wasn't involved in the rest of the game as well.
Yeah. Because he got here. He was the first to go to leave camp. And that's when they got some of the fighter jump on board.
But Mal Meninga, he's like I reckon he's like the best coach for the Aussie because like he doesn't like the New South Wales. I think they're a little bit like biased and stuff. Was he always picks pretty gun like Australian teams like form guys and best players and they always win. You know what I mean? Like I feel like Australians could lose. Even though they have the best players, like if they did pick the wrong players and things like that.
So you agreed with him picking Tedesco at 1?
Nah, I would have went Walsh, based on form.
I wonder if that he just thought, okay, this is your last sort of.
I mean, he's a good player, but
Yeah.
Walsh had a better season.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a form.
Or even Ponga.
Yeah, Ponga. Yeah, those two. Probably one of those
Very
two.
straight up, eh? It's surprised that he's missed those guys out.
But yeah, I guess they go back from the World Cup, and it's tough. I guess you build those relationships, but based on form, yeah, it was Ponga or Reece Walsh. But most of the other guys, like Katani was mean. Yeah, Hammer had a good season. Payne Haas was, best prop. Tino was always good.
Payne has just another level, man.
Yeah.
It made the tall forward pack look like a bunch of 8 colours, bro. Like, I've never seen such a kid. He's still a kid too, eh? Like, bro, someone that young.
He's from Newcastle too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Woodbury is one of the towns in there. Yeah.
But it's just it's freakish, man. It's like freakish. Like if he was to play rugby or play NFL, he'd be freakish, man. Like bro, the stuff that
How
he's
mobile
doing.
he is too, eh?
Bro,
How
he's
big he is,
bro, I've never seen a guy run that quick and change direction
yeah.
and lose his balance and still, not fall over. Like fuck, that guy's incredible, man.
Yeah. Yeah, his mobility for his size and that, it's amazing, yeah.
So someone they got New Zealand this weekend, no?
Yeah.
Next weekend.
I was talking with Jerry today and my brother-in-law, like, I didn't realize they should have mixed up the pools, eh? Like put Aussie on the other side or something. Because it's like PNG, was it Fiji and
Cook Island.
Or Cook Island or something like
How
that.
come Tonga's not playing?
They're playing England,
Oh.
the 3 test thing or something like that. I don't know why that happened. Someone probably knows, but I'm not sure. But
Was it another
they should have mixed it up because the 2 best teams are in the
On
same
the same
pool.
pool.
Yeah, you usually set it up so they play in the final, and then hopefully there's an upset along the way. But yeah, because then it doesn't really give Toa much of a. It'd be good for them to have a clash with Cook Island or PNG or something like that.
So what's the England one?
I don't know why they play in England for some reason. Yeah.
So what are the 3 teams? France, England, and
I think they're just playing
Tonga.
England
oh,
back to back or something like that. Yeah.
oh, just a test.
Yeah. But the PNG they're pretty solid. But yeah, I don't think Toa will be. It's tough pool. But is there any other Samoan halfbacks out there or playmakers?
There's that Warriors guy, Volkman.
Yeah, they probably should have run him that in 6 or something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Well, they didn't choose Milford.
Yeah.
He's gone to England, to play.
He's done. Yeah, he's done. Yeah, I probably would have Volkman, They need some
One of the-
creativity.
It's
They had
probably
that-
like one of the saddest guys to leave, like sort of exit the NRL, like off the back of his like
Milford?
his debut year.
2013.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Most
Like-
promising athlete,
Yeah.
especially when he was at the Raiders. Like that was like, man, first. But the only thing you can take out of his career is like first kid of Samoan descent to crack the mills, to crack the mills at the Broncos. Like
Yeah,
that's still a feat,
yeah.
And then being wanted, like the way he was being poached. Like I think Newcastle wanted him at one point.
Oh, I think everyone wanted him
Yeah.
after that season. Yeah.
And then he just, I don't know, man.
It wouldn't have been. It wasn't just him. Like it was the whole Brisbane, the whole outfit. You know what I mean?
Mm.
You can't just buy a player to fix everything. Or can you?
But,
Has there been anyone like that? One player?
But yeah, you look at his career. You look at that 2013 season. Like, how come he never reached that skill level again? You know, that kind of level again. Like even when you see him playing for Toa Samoa in the World Cup last year,
Yeah.
he wasn't even. I mean, he was good,
He
but
was
not,
alright. Yeah.
but not the 2013 version of himself.
I think it's, if you don't have when you first start, he does not offer much. They're getting money.
Mm.
When you get that, I feel like there's a lot of pressure, eh?
Yeah, I reckon.
I reckon yeah.
It's showing.
And then they think like, oh, you're going to save the club. You're going to
Yeah.
get us back in the top 4 or whatever. It's like, whereas they probably, the expectations of him when he was at the Raiders wouldn't have been that high.
Mm.
It's got to play in your head, man. If I think about it, if I was put in those shoes, I'd be like, yeah, I'd be feeling that.
But to never reach the same heights again, that's weird.
But I mean, at least he never got overseen. Like when he came to like the international fixtures. Hey, like he wasn't a player, even though like his NRL form might have been Kaya, and then like it's time to play Toa and Tonga. But he was always in the mix.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then I think that's where the hope of like, oh, maybe
It's still there.
the young Mufa was gonna come about, because I think his first cap for the Toa was pretty good, eh?
Yeah, I've heard you
Fucking
play
was-
well for it.
Yeah, and I think that was the dynamic. Like, bro, this dude could play 6.
Yeah.
And like that's where it came about. Up then, I don't know. Everywhere he went after that, he just struggled, eh?
I mean, he's still good enough to play NRL.
Yeah, bro. If he came and played Fox, yeah, bro, he would cuff. But I think it's just probably just the weight of like the bigger crowds.
Yeah. Expectation. It's a rich club, rich history.
Yeah,
They're like, we always make it. It's tough.
you can always get a Ponsaby, man. It's the oldest club in New Zealand.
Mm.
Get them back in the Fox, is it?
But they're in the Fox next year.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nani's got them up to the Fox. So shout out to that guy and these guys putting in the work, man.
true.
I think
Alright.
someone's got to take fucking the trophy off Point Chef, man.
Yeah.
I mean, Richmond has been putting in the work. So
Yeah, they're pretty close.
you got to get another central team in there to go, hey, we've been here the longest, mate. Yeah.
I saw that documentary on Richmond on social media.
Oh, they're still here.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's what I mean. Documentary, like it just reminds you how much history that club's got on, especially for Islanders.
Oh, yeah. Still, to me, it's still the hub. It's still the hub of, like, people say, oh, Mangele. Like, you think Toa Samoa, yeah, Mangele. But I was like, shh. I was at John Campbell was on his My FM talking about, like, how Diggy Dubes comes from the gutters. Yeah, bro, you're from Greyland. Gee, relax. Like, that's an expensive place, man. But now that's our history. That's our offer, man. Possibly in Greyland.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, we're talking about it today at church, and they were saying how like it's because all the people Pacific is being slowly moved out, and then all the people moving in, they're like, let's get rid of this because they're not connected to it.
Yeah.
Their uncles and stuff like that didn't play, and they got no connection, no history there. So they're like they sort of see it as more like a business where they could do houses or whatever they want to do, development.
Yeah.
So they don't have the same connection as the people that grew up there. So yeah, it's a tough one. I love the Greenland, because
Bro, it's the hub, bro.
it's a beautiful spot, eh?
I
Like
saw
the park.
I saw online a King Cobras and I think it was tribesmen had their game down there.
Yeah.
League footy game down there.
Yeah,
But that speaks a lot, you know.
Yeah.
But that's in the city, you know.
yeah,
They couldn't go just use Newton or Victoria Park like that, you know.
Yeah.
Like back in the day.
that's a nice spot, man. Like people go for a walk, the kids play at the parks, and there's always games like tag and the league and.
It's got character.
Yeah. There's always we used to go down there and watch Jerry play, and my sister. I used to growing up when I was a teen, and that was good memories. I guess they don't have that. The new people that have moved in,
Yeah.
where they're new, so they're like they're just fields. Who cares? But yeah, if you have family that's growing up around the area or played for the club and that, then you see it a lot differently. Eh? But that's an awesome spot down there. It's a shame the club, but it's good that they've had a good season this year. Hopefully they keep it going next year.
I'll ask you guys, like, for how many podcasts we've been talking about the difference between rugby union and rugby league, how rugby league's a better product. And, from that game from last night, yeah, it was alright. But when I watched some of the quarterfinal stuff in the rugby union, I think it's back on top, eh? Just for the quarterfinal stuff, eh? I know rugby's still shit, Super Rugby's still shit, but these games in the quarterfinals, they're good, eh?
Yeah.
Quality games, especially the All Blacks one this morning. Like, half time, you still didn't know who's going to win.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It was like a World Cup final, eh? This game this morning, and last night the league wasn't that great.
yeah, it wasn't that great. Yeah.
Nah, I agree. But I think as a whole, league is still on top. Like the women's game is growing. It's going awesome. Like that's good to watch. The international game of rugby league's growing as well, which is it's not there yet, but it's growing. I think the rugby I think a big part of it is the refereeing the rules. They play into it. When they let them play.
Interpretation as well.
Yeah, when they let them play a little bit, then it's a lot different. But yeah, this morning's game was awesome. I didn't see the Wales game, but this morning's game was awesome to watch. Yeah,
I saw the highlights of the Wales game, and they scored first, so I was like, okay. But when Argentina came back with all these penalties and they scored the last try, the intercept, yeah, that was mean. So it was good to see the Southern Hemisphere just come back in the late stages. Like now, Argentina's in quarters. Wales is out. There's a northern team gone. Southern team in. Ireland's gone. There's another northern team gone. South team. All Blacks is in. Now let's see what Fiji does tomorrow morning, eh? 4 a.m. Fiji. Fiji's got a good chance to beat England because England hasn't been looking with their flash at all the World Cup, eh?
Yeah, and they beat them in the friendly games,
the warm-up,
the
warm-up
games. So yeah,
struggled against Samoa. England did.
Yeah. So there's a chance.
Dude, what about that, though? What about that, Rob? Like, that's got to be like the most, what the if was that, man? I mean, yeah, man, like, after the conversion. But shout outs to whoever went and looked up the rules and was taking photos and then posting it up for the world to see, though, man. But, like, would they have made a difference there to Samoa's campaign? Like, would they have gone through? England still would have gone through.
Well, they only lost by 1 point, so yep, that try would have got them over. That penalty kick that Sapoga missed would have got them over too. So it was just almost there. It's like,
so had they won, they would have gone through to the quarters.
I think they need to win by a certain amount.
Because of the Japan game, eh?
They're too far behind.
Either for and against.
I think they needed to win by 20 points or something.
Oh, fuck. Oh, man.
Yeah. They look like they're doing it in the beginning.
Principles.
Well, that's probably been one of the most disappointing campaigns for the Manu with the Rugby World Cup. Because I got up early I think I've just finished work. But I did a mean breakfast for that game. Mean breakfast. And Nikita was like, oh, what's going on again? Shut up, man, the game's on. And she was like, oh man, this is a mean breakfast, Dad. And then I was watching the game, I was like,
getting angry.
My mouth oh shit, Lord.
The Japan game. Oh, that was the worst game, eh?
They just, bro, I don't know what it was, man. Like I always say, man, you gotta have a Mungo Lucy's pay, you know? You gotta have Mungo Lucy's, man. Like, bro, looking like the Irish number 8. He's that dude, that freaking dickhead. Like, he can just mess stuff up. But then when he's on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, the show day, like, just his field placement. And then when, bro, he gets a short ball from, like, inside ball, bro, he's quick, eh?
Even watching the Ireland game, like the Kiwi guys were awesome, Gibson, the halfback, the winger, low.
Bro, it was like they're on roids, bro. Hey, that low guy, bro, it's like he's on
He's
roids,
the man,
bro.
Fuck. But my wife was hating him, like, that's why he didn't make the those ones. But I was thinking, would you, this question, if his form that he's got now, would you pick him for the All Blacks?
Nah.
I would pick him. I think he was dominant, man. He was the dominant
He'd
winger.
be like a Stevenson, like in the back.
Bro, I wouldn't be surprised
He was the dominant winger.
you started going and test their whole fucking team and they all on roids, man.
Bro, that guy was like a grub, but in rugby, or league, that's competitive, I thought his competitiveness was awesome.
I thought out of the 3 Kiwis in Ireland, Banyaki wouldn't make the All Blacks.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we needed someone like that.
Yeah.
I thought Gibson was good too, but I wouldn't pick him only because of Smith. I like Smith, but if he wasn't there, I would pick him.
In hindsight, All Blacks should have done their one game to those guys, 3 guys. Put them on, like, stop them from going, hey, like, not the other, like Stephen Perry-Fitz and all them, hey. Like, they should to Gibson Park and
but when I was watching the Ireland game, like,
1 and 10.
because I don't really watch them unless they play like the All Blacks and that. I like the way they used their loosies in that. Like, they use them like they're not dummies. Like, I feel like a lot of rugby teams, they're like, you're a forward, so you just do this. Like, they ball play a little bit. They run out wide. Like, because
the Irish.
Yeah, like because the coach, he's a league guy, so I feel like he uses them like they're mobile, like.
But Farrell,
did you see?
I like they run like front door, back doors.
Yeah.
And,
There's a YouTube video.
They play smart. Like the other guys, they just run straight.
They play like leagueies, eh?
Yeah, it's cool.
There's
man.
a YouTube video surfaced maybe a couple of years ago of a recycling 3 and 4 pattern run. That's pretty much what the Irish do.
Yeah,
Bro, it's pretty crack up though. I think the pods that the Super Rugby does, a good example, the Auckland Blues, bro. They do the same shit.
it's too predictable.
It's
yeah,
predictable.
Yeah, too
and
predictable.
like, all it takes is like, you just need to rush up on the third
first-
runner.
yeah,
the
yeah.
third runner, which just cuts the outside ball and you just keep running it or you hold the ball. Bro, if you watch the Irish, the English have been rolling. I'm sure it's an English video, but they roll this free pattern and that's what Ireland do. It means like you don't go and stand in spot. You go like, say, 4 on your left side, 3 on your right side, and the ball just gets recycled back. It's almost like a touch move. They just keep recycling it back the same way. And the only person that stays is the person on the outside of the last guy on the wing.
Yeah,
And that's when they start throwing the ball around, but they still keep it short. It's just amazing how fast they move their way up the field.
yeah.
Like, if you see their last 4 minutes, bro, the All Blacks are struggling, bro. I've never seen so many prayers at a ruck, freaking phase after phase after phase, and they had nothing, man. Even when Adi tried to run, he got grass cut, he was praying again. It was like, put the ball down, and you know how the refs like use it, and then the next person joins the ruck.
Yeah.
You got another 3 seconds. But if you watch Ireland, bro, they're literally just playing like dominoes, bro. Like one to the left, one right, front door, guy comes through, throw a miss pass. Then when they play the third phase, bro, they go wide. And then they just set it up again. You like running in threes. But the way it gets executed is just timeless. The only thing that killed their momentum was the no ruck. Seeing that last play where the ABs didn't commit to the ruck, where the ball had to be used, they were gassed. So no one thought like, fuck, it's not a ruck. They got penalised. It was a penalty. It's like, you come from a ruck. There's no one committed to the defence, you know. But that's the only thing that killed that. But I'm surprised that the ABs actually picked up on it and decided, oh, fuck, don't commit to the ruck. Because then they'll get fucking stung by it, eh?
Yeah.
So for them to D like that all the way through, from behind the halfway, right, Fuzzy's got to shout them all beers, man. Mr. Cheese Pies and beers tonight, boys.
But no, man, I like the way they play. They just, even in the All Blacks, well, I like the way and like they usually just try to kick goals. They're trying to score tries and going for the touchline, and their handling, their passing was on, like those long balls and that.
But that's just like, it's like memorized like pattern play.
Yeah,
Because that's all it was, bro. It's like You can literally watch it back to front, and you can watch other games. They do the same shit, but it's just hard to defend.
It's still hard to like execute it. You know what I mean? But because they've done it so much, it looks easy. But if you think like, man, that pass, it's like 15 meters. And they hit them on the money like every time, and like all their positions, like from first five to the wing, they all can pass accurately.
Yeah.
Like
when they pass like that and they pass it like back, it just gives the back. When you catch the ball, you got heaps of space to do your thingy.
Yeah, and like they're not breaking their stride and stuff like that, man.
The way it makes the All Blacks look weak is because their patterns are so far out. Like here in New Zealand, you defend man for man, sort of, and like if there's pods breaking up in 4s or 5s, you have like 4 or 5 guys, and you have like at least a Lucy or a tight 5. So you have 1 or 2 with you, right? And then your backs sort of make up the rest. The reason why they were making the ABs look weak is because they're so far out apart that by the time they're throwing inside balls, like, bro, the All Blacks look like I forgot about that. That meter in between us.
Yeah.
And like just the way the ball stuck with them, it's like second nature, man. Just passing the ball, someone's there.
Yeah.
Look, you're right. Someone's there.
Yeah.
It's just a glimpse of like, man. If they score off us, and then they end up scoring.
Yeah, because like I like that style. Because like because I mainly played league growing up, and then when I went to rugby, like I felt like they treated us like forwards like dummies a little bit. Like but I was like, I know how to pass, I know how to step. Like most of the forwards know had like a little bit of footwork. You know how to throw a basic pass and that. But you look at the props and that. They got like terrible ball handling skills. They drop the balls, but they're getting better now because they're running these like little plays and stuff. But typically they got terrible hands, but they're getting better. But I'm like, man, like you play footy your whole life and you don't know how to pass, do a little bit of footwork. Sometimes you just gotta go straight high. You know what I mean?
Rugby is guilty for that, bro.
Just treat you like a dummy. You just do your lineouts. Do your scrum and that's it. Clean out. But I'm like,
a good example.
You're playing
like
80 minutes. There's gonna be a stage
trying to offload the ball or like trying to do a face pass.
Yeah,
right. Like he's not even looking at you. It's even him trying to execute one of those. It's like fuck. He looks like an idiot. Like doesn't. It's like it's a 50-50 ball and he doesn't even know if it's gonna make a stick. Like just the way he's. Yeah, he's a good example of like, bro, you're the captain, and you didn't have to throw a mispass. It's like, bro, that's fucking ugly.
But you play your whole life in the games at 80 minutes. There's situations where you have to step someone or you have to draw and pass them. So why aren't you learning that? That maybe once a game or once every 2 games, but you want to have that skill set. So when that opportunity arrives, you know what to do. Or even like a little flick pass in that. I feel like that's not fancy. It's just like sometimes that's the only way you can get your arm free. So like, why aren't you practicing that? You know what I mean? Like, if someone's wrapped you up here, then but like, New Zealand coaches, it's not fancy if you actually practice it.
Because I don't like saying like do your job, like be best at your job.
Be the best.
Don't worry about the other stuff. Leave it for the best.
Sometimes you're in that situation, you have to do that. Yeah. You got to draw and pass. You're like, oh, coach never told me, or I can't step this guy because I never step. But
that's what makes Ari like. If you look at the history of Lucy's and number 8s, and like World Cup history, apart from like say a guy like Simo Satiti, that's what makes Ari that much greater. Like he doesn't have the height or like Simo and that, bro. But the skill set, man, because he played centre. Because he's a centre.
He does like little like dummies, steps, kicks a little bit.
He can spin.
Yeah. Like all that stuff. Like
all that stuff is like such a nature. Like if he didn't play basketball, you go, oh okay, so you're a back then.
Yeah.
Whereas most number 8s, like they have that, they know that how to handle the ball in one hand and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's like rare, man. Like you look at all the number 8s around the world, it's like, bro, no one does what Ari can do. But when I think about number 8, bro, Samuel Satiti was the man.
Yeah.
Like that dude was like running with the ball in his fingertips, man. Like who's doing that sort of shit,
Yeah. But anyway, that's my little rant on that. But
I remember I posed the question to the boys on the Kangaroos before the World Cup started. Like, who do you think will stand out as a player? Would it be someone from All Blacks or someone from other teams? And I think everyone said All Blacks. It was going to be Mark Titalia. He will be like how John Lumu stood out when the World Cup was in South Africa, when South Africa won. Like someone like that. Who do you guys think it was? Because I think it's Bandiaki.
Well, overall
for the overall, yeah. And it's a shame that they're out because we won't see him anymore.
Yeah.
But I reckon it was him.
Yeah.
He's the standout. How about you guys?
Yeah. I haven't watched enough of it, but yeah, going off his highlights, real man, and bro, he's scoring every game.
Yeah, man, like that try he scored, like, you know, he's gonna show his kids and his like his family, like, look at this scored against the All Blacks. And it was a mean individual try.
Yeah.
You know, and he played well against the All Blacks when they played here before, and he was carving up then as well. So yeah, definitely Bundy's been a standard. Oh, just wanted to mention because I always give him a bit of crap saying Kane. I thought he played awesome today.
Oh, yeah.
It's been the first time in ages. But
is he on the field now? Yeah. So
I thought he played good, like, because most of the times I feel like he's not really, you know, firing that much. But I thought he had a really good game today. Yeah. Put a good hit on early on, got a steal and stuff. And
I will say, like, considering he's the captain and he gets subbed off, I think he gives his best for like the time that he's on. So you can't fault him for that.
Yeah, I thought he played well today, just because I usually don't think he plays well. But I thought I'd say that.
With Bandiaki, man, I get annoyed when people on social media talking about him like, man, All Blacks should have picked him. Why is he playing for them? Like, he's good. I was thinking, bro, if you look at when he was in New Zealand, when he was eligible for All Blacks, you know who was in front of him?
No.
Conrad Smith and Manon.
Oh, okay.
He's not gonna
chance.
He's not gonna. No one's gonna pick him over them, mate. But yeah, so that's why I left. So maybe they should have done the one game and let him stay in.
He's got
the
that
1 minute game.
That perfect second five build, stocky, strong, good footwork, you know, good skills. So that's why like Ma'a as well. Even that's why I always thought Lamapi was the answer, because he was like that solid build, good footwork, you know. He could do the crash ball, you know, get a bit of momentum, you know, pick his head through, and then, you know, for the next phase type of thing. Yeah. Like I don't like the sort of skinny, weak, like the second five. You know what I mean? Yeah. I feel like that guy needs to bash it sometimes, because sometimes no space. You know, you just gotta create some space yourself. And then, but Bundy's the man.
Yeah.
I thought so as well.
Yeah.
But I would pick James Lowe on the wing, though.
We?
Yeah. Did you see him do? Was it one of the locks dirty? Did you see that?
No. Well, what happened?
He was doing something. I think he was standing over one of the guys, and then. But this is what I was a bit annoyed with Kane, because then I think he even pushed Kane, but Kane didn't like fire up. Yeah. He should have nudged him back or something like that. Give him like a forearm or something. But. You know, I was going for All Blacks, but I just like that Lou was in that competitive mode, you know, you know, whatever it takes type of thing. I like that sort of stuff.
He's got a chip on his shoulder for not choosing them as the All Blacks. Like him and even Badiaki and Gibson Parky. I'll show you guys for not choosing us.
Yeah. I thought Gibson was good, man. I thought he was really good. Yeah. He scored a good try as well. Yeah.
Okay, boys. Shall we get into our topics? So the first one. Wasn't there one about a samurai sword? What happened there?
Just a normal day.
A bit of a road rage. So apparently there's a bit of a road rage. And
no, it wasn't even road rage.
What was it?
This is a guy driving his friggin' flash as Tesla. Yeah. And the guy was walking along the side of the road. Might have accidentally brushed the top of the guy's car. And then the guy in the Tesla just pulled over, jumped out of his car valet, and had a samurai sword, happened to have a samurai sword in the back of his car, got out and swung at the dude, and then, on contact, cut through his, the tendons in his shoulder. Pretty much almost amputated his arm off. Yeah, and the final hearing, he got home D.
Home D's been giving out like candy for these cases. A lot of these cases, eh?
Well, I don't know, man. Like, I saw the comments, like, one guy said, but that's bullshit, like, you know. If anyone jumped out, if it was just anyone jumped out and had the intention to hurt someone with a samurai sword, like, obviously a samurai sword is one of those things you can chuck a cloth up into the air and it'll just slash it in half, like, you know. But I was thinking, very straight up, like, I thought to myself, well, the judges obviously used the perspective of, like, what's a first-time offender gonna be like if he goes to jail and serves, 2 or 3 year sentence? How's it going to help his mental health? How's that going to help his situation? And am I doing the right thing by, that's taxpayers' money poured into someone who just had a moment where they just lost their shit,
When it's used their sword.
Yeah. Well, I thought to myself, if he wanted to kill him, right? If he wanted to kill him, he would have cut his head off. That's life.
Did that guy attack him?
Nah, the guy was walking his dog, man.
No, but like when he pulled out the sword or before the sword, did he like... Because they obviously would exchange some words like, hey, what are you doing?
I don't know. Well, just what I read was that, the guy was just taken back that he pulled over.
Yeah. Because he would have been cheeky putting his hand on the car, you know what I mean?
I don't know.
No, he would have been because, I see those little kids, they do that. They like, they sort of try and, test you a little bit. Yeah. They're getting cheeky. So I don't know if he got out and the guy was like, hey, what are you doing? And then he's like, F off or whatever, I don't know.
I'm just so surprised that the judge saw it that way. Like, he won't get a sentence.
Right, yeah.
Home D and a fine.
He won't be developed.
Whereas that guy is recovering from like a long, and whether he recovered from how far that tendon was cut, he apparently couldn't work, and lost mobility in his arm. But a sentence of home detention, 10 months. If the guy, say for example, there was an umbrella and the samurai sword, and he got out, right? Did the judge think about that? If he had grabbed the umbrella and just tried to fight him with it, fucking basket,
Yeah.
He chose to pick up the samurai sword.
Yeah.
But then to say, it's just a moment's lapse in his a brain, It's like, what the hell? Are you gonna use that as an excuse now? Not every other courtroom's gonna have something to stand on by saying, okay, you can have a moment like that if it's your first time being caught or first time offending. I just feel bro, that's not justified, man. Home D.
Yeah, it's a weird one, eh?
Man, that's and whoever that judge is, man.
Something of a movie.
Surely. That's no. There must be some nice sake you're drinking, man, to say it home detention.
Yeah, it's funny how they mentioned that he wouldn't be developed or learned from in the taxpayer. I've never really heard that sort of stuff, but you know what I mean? They usually don't. It doesn't come out.
No, well, I think if it's your first time offending, and he got out, he obviously the intent, if your intention was to hurt someone, he's pulled out that's a lethal weapon. In the trained hand, it's very deadly. Well, then they could play it right down to the point he got it out, it was still in its holder, but hey, bang. It would have cut through the holder and got as far as it did, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the guy's still alive, he's still got his arm. That's not worthy of a jail sentence. But because it's his first time, or is he gonna be any better for it? So
yeah.
Home D, Home D, 24-hour lockdown, all that shit. I mean, if that's the case, look what happened to that dude who was on Home D and he was allowed to go to work. We shot all these guys up at their construction site.
Oh, yeah.
Things like that. I don't know, I just feel... Yeah, it's a heavy, light sentence, but
yeah.
I don't know if he learned his lesson. There's got to be some sort of weight to it, I suppose.
The Home D thing is criticised by the National Party, and big reason why one of their policies is to go hard on crime. Because apparently, I don't know if it's a political thing or what, but apparently Labour wants to cut down people going to prison. So they do it by giving more people the home detention thing.
Ah, yeah.
So not many go to prison, so they look good in their books or something. I don't know. Must be conspiracy theory or whatever. But I think upset a lot of people when they hear these sort of crimes happening, and all the people get is just home D. There's heaps of them. We've talked about it on the podcast. All these crimes that happened, and all he got was home D. He was a pedophile, and all he got was home D or something like that. So it's angered a lot of people in the public, and one of the reasons why National's in, because one of their them saying they're going to be hard on crime and that you're going to go to jail no matter what.
Yeah,
there's going to be consequences now. You're not going to get home D for this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because it costs a lot, It costs a lot to
for each person.
One person, bro. Yeah. That it's mind blowing how much how much resources and like public funding goes into fucking looking after one inmate.
Yeah.
So I can understand all of that, but at the same time, it's like, man, this dude, if he had the umbrella next to the samurai sword, would he have still grabbed the sword? Because in my head, that's the way your intentions at first, and they come across when you're pissed off, right? If you're pissed off at someone and you want to punch someone, right? Your hands are closed, and the rage in your head is like, fuck, I'm gonna hurt him. When you start throwing until you fully hit someone, if you don't make contact the first time or the second time and you just punch in air, and then you finally hit him, right? Your brain thinks like this. Okay, missed, got him. He's still standing. All right, fuck, gosh. Maybe I should have just tried to get him with the first two. Hey, but if you end up hurting the dude and he falls, initially that rage is only in you for a few more seconds before you actually come back down to earth and be like, fuck, I've hurt him. And then the guilt kicks in, like, oh, fuck, I've actually hurt him. You know, it's not very often that someone goes like, fuck, you know, if he had the sword in his hand, he's dead now. Like, you know, like, because if he had hurt him and the guy fucking fell, that guy should have got a sentence. But he's obviously been like, okay, yeah, I fucked this up with Sam. Damn. He's now feeling like shit.
Yeah.
So it's hard to buy into, like, fuck, like, okay, where does the judge see it from the point of view, like, man, okay, he didn't mean to hurt him. But he still grabbed the fucking sword, man.
Yeah. I wonder how it came to that, you know. Was he like
Going kaka? Yeah. No insurance. I was like, no my car.
Oh, no, like he pulled out the sword because he cut him here. I feel like that's a weird thing to happen. It's like, nah, he won't do it. You know, like, I don't know. How does that happen? Was he throwing and then the guy cuts his arm or like cuts down here? Or?
Well, my assumption
like how do you
holding,
get to that?
He's holding the dog on his leash.
Yeah.
That's my assumption. And then he's come
he's
out.
Like talking and then he's like,
hey,
hey,
you Irish, hey? Yeah, I think the judge should have given him a heavier sentence, hey? Not 10 months, MD, like freaking 5 years.
5 years, you
5 years, MD, let this guy go mental. Or 2 years, like even like 24 months.
Yeah, 2 years, something like that.
Yeah, like probably 10 months is like, surely that's just like a walk in the back.
Sounds weird with him having like a Tesla and a samurai sword, man. That's
the hitman.
Yeah.
There's something about like the dangerous weapon or something, like having a gun. Like having a gun.
Isn't that just like one thing and then plus he nearly... Yeah.
Oh, bro, the police can make up so much shit these days. Like, okay, it's a weapon, right? Nah, man, it's a piece of art. That literally was like someone handmade.
I was going to hang it on my wall.
Going to hang it on my wall, you know? It's going to be displayed at this...
Yeah. From my grandfather. From generation to generation. You are not a Tanaka. I can do it.
Just train me. I will do it. Shiroshi.
Okay, boys, I think we've got a potential couple of Febook of the weeks on the page. Which one do you want to go for?
Give us your three, man. Give us your three. You got to pick one.
I got the Charlie Pomee one.
Oh my gosh. Did you see that one?
Which one? The
Charlie Pomee from Three Houses Down went to Tonga with a pair of Yeezys on his feet.
Oh yes, I saw that.
Yeah,
I watched it.
Yeah. No, but the way he said the story, like, you know, like, obviously he had to say the punchline was the Yeezys. He said it last, you know, like everyone has the experience when they go to the islands, back to the islands. You're gonna have to take some extra clothes, knowing that you're gonna leave it behind because you know the family there, you know, or the kids, you know.
Preach.
That's what you do, man. That's just the thing you do. Like, oh, where we going, Samoa? Oh yeah, just pack these. We'll pack these too because I'm not gonna see them anymore. That's automatic, right?
So he's gone to the motherland, right?
Yeah.
He's gone on a fancy trip to the motherland, right? And like, I'll just add, for someone who sings a whole lot of Tongan songs, it's pretty date mahino if you ask me, mate. So he's went to dinner. He's taken his. How much do these pair of shoes cost?
300 there.
400. I've seen them go for more than 100K on some like shoe
You gotta-
enthusiast shows, you know.
You get worried about losing your genitals, let alone taking Yeezys. So
Bro,
you know anything, anything that goes, you know, when you take your shoes off, it's could be gone.
It's communal. It's
Yeah,
communal.
it could be gone. So you gotta expect that, eh?
Yeah.
You gotta expect that.
But his initial reaction was that his size is like a 10.5, which he mustn't be a full Tongan. And this guy must have had like a size 12 feet.
Yeah.
And then the guy was squeezing his foot in, and he was like, bro, the shoes are saying, help me. And then he thought, like, oh, sweet, he'll be back.
He'll take it.
And then it wasn't until he was saying goodbye to the cousin, and he was like, oh, still got them on. And he thought that the cousin was bringing them back to him, but he just came to say, thanks. Catch you later. And he never got his shoes back.
But then, you know, when you watch the clip, you know, he's talking about the story, and you're thinking, okay, shoes or jandals, you know. And then at the end, he goes, "What kind of shoes are they?" They're Yeezys, and you see the faces on Stacey Daniels. What? Like, who takes Yeezys to the islands? You know, like, okay, we get it. You own Yeezys, okay, we get it. little
flex in there,
little flex. But then I was thinking, why would you want to say that kind of story, man?
You know? straight up, eh?
You know, that's like embarrassing story. That's like you're saying, you're talking about something so embarrassing, like, you know, you're putting yourself down or something. Eh? Yeah. It's not funny to me. It's not funny. It's like, oh, come on, mate. That's not funny.
What I learned from my wife's dad is like, you almost got to be ready to give anything.
Oh man, definitely, man.
You know, like because they ask him for stuff and he's like, are you like it? And then he just gives stuff, you know, like that, you know, important to him. But
I know that conversation.
Like, yeah.
This is those, pangayalo.
yeah. Whatever it is.
Hey, this is to be my size medium or extra small cousins. It's only sikialo. Oh, motherfucker. Come take it. It's no one in my village the same size as me. You know, it's like, but take it anyway. It's alright. But I think that saying's true. Eh? Like, you go with 40 kgs worth of clothes, you come back with a suitcase. Just an empty one, and maybe some umu.
Yeah. Pretty much like, well, the first time I went, you know, we I remember the washing was, the Kangaroos was on the washing line, and then, you know, some stuff got taken. I was a bit shocked at first, you know, because I was young and didn't know. But then you you learn like that's just normal. So when we went back the next time, you take stuff and you give it out, or on the last day you're like, take this and that. And then when we went recently, I did the same thing. I had some gears, but now like the kids, they're fussy. Like they want like label stuff and that. You know, you usually just take your old stuff and that, and they're happy as. But now like, nah, they know like
they look at it, they're like.
Unless you're go in the quadbacks, but like, you know, if you're in the normal areas, like, nah, they know it's not as like anything, you know what I mean? Because the second time I went, I just took stuff and they all took everything, you know, and that was all good. But now I was like,
it sounds like this because they want to drink the sparkling or they want the fancy Fiji water. Eh? It's like, it's the same. Drink it, eh?
But yeah, I sort of learned from the first trip, like, you just take whatever you take, be ready to lose it.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah.
So, boys, I posted this one up. I don't know if it's Facebook or what, but it's a interesting story. You know, life drawing class. You know, life drawing class where you draw naked people. Like, well, apparently there's this life drawing class that's been around for like 30 years in Auckland. I think it's somewhere in Ponsonby. But this course hires this hall that they've hired, that they do this life drawing course for ages. Anyway, I think the owners of this building wants them out, but they know that their lease is over maybe another 3 years or something. So this seems like a setup, because what happened was that during the life drawing class, they did the fire alarm. And in the fire alarm, like, you know, you gotta leave the building, evacuate, and go to the spot, the evacuation spot. Now, because the girl was naked, lying down, she didn't get a chance to get changed. They told her, "Nah, the fire out, like you are right now. Like, don't get changed, nah, out." Well, she didn't listen. She got changed, and the fire warden was like guarding it off. Like, nah, you gotta get out. You can't get changed. There's a fire drill, like fire, like that. So at the end of it all, right, she was embarrassed. She obviously went out with a towel. Anyway, but at the end of the day, they got kicked out because they didn't comply with the fire safety, the fire safety thing. So there was a complaint and it was in the paper. So I don't know. To me, it feels like a setup. If you're gonna like,
yeah, man,
you know,
like that's
it's sad.
right.
It's sad to like for them to like. Obviously, it's a fire drill. It's not a real fire. The lady's naked. They don't get changed.
Yeah.
They're sickos. They want to see. They want to freeload.
Who the hell tells you to just get out like that? Like, you got no clothes on, just go outside to the thing. What?
Yeah. Like the flame wasn't even in that room. There's no flames in the room. There's no smoke. Literally.
They just wanted to get their frills and have those guys, man.
Whereabouts is this? Is this in town?
Yeah, somewhere in Auckland. Yeah, I think it's in Ponsonby.
Bloody hell, man! Come on, Ponsonby. What's going on over there, man? Far out.
I just feel sorry for that girl. Wait, when I read it, I was going, man, she must have been so embarrassed, or you know.
Then you just go, all right, quickly get changed and we'll meet
Yeah.
you outside
I mean,
when you're ready. You know, something like that, eh?
I've done a fire drill and then someone's on the toilet, man. It's just a drill, but at the same time, it's like, oh, then did you just start these? Oh, shit, here we go. But I mean, you can't leave them. You can't leave them. You gotta wait, you know. And
Or
then
just wait wait outside. Like, all right, just get changed quickly. I'll wait here and we'll go.
once that guy's got the stopwatch, he's gonna 7 minutes. He's a birthday from smoke inhalation, man.
So to me, it is a setup because at the end of it, they said, you know, look, you guys gotta leave because you guys have failed the fire drill. It's a hazard, you know. If you need to get changed and run outside and got no time because you're gonna get burnt, right now we can't have this. You guys here anymore.
I mean, if it was a drill, and they should have got a heads up, though, eh? They should have at least been told, like, hey, there's gonna be a fire drill. Like, at least someone tell her, grab a rope. They should have borrowed your rope, It's the only time.
West Auckland Road, man.
See? You need to get classy, Ponsonby. You need to get classy again, man.
And then you can go straight to Pack and Save and get your...
See, if I was in that class, I would have said, look, I'm going to put my wife's slippers by the door and you can borrow Yash's rope. As soon as that alarm goes off, right, you're going to roll left. Because everyone's already seen you naked inside the class. Yeah. Put the slippers on, straight out.
Yeah.
We'll be fine, but fuck it, that's wrong. That's a mean setup. They set them up, man.
Yeah.
That's sad for him to be pushy to like, come on, you know.
Maybe they get like at least some of their lease and like unused months paid back.
Yeah,
at least.
Yeah.
Not the rushing.
Not the rush. So I don't know if there was people on the week or not, but it was a funny story. The third one, you posted up this one. It's about The Rock.
Oh, yeah.
Oprah.
Yeah.
So that was
After
to
the
do
Maui
with the Maui fires,
yeah.
So they did like a fundraiser or like a GoFundMe page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was the both of them. So, yeah, I just thought it was like crazy. Like, bro, like, you're The Rock, G. Like, hey, come on. That's big. Considering that Oprah's got, like, she's got a development that she's been trying to push over there for some time and hasn't been able to get started. And then all of a sudden, okay, there's fires now. Now she's wants to be the face of support the people, the native people of Hawaii. Like, let's get them, you know, back on their feet. I was like, fuck, you got heaps of money. Just go write a check and fucking buy that whole development, man. Like, you know, you helped him. Like, that's massive of people. And I think he must have had like a Valea moment for him to sort of be there with her.
Yeah.
Like, he's the Arnold of our era. And he's standing with one of the richest black colored women in the world. How dumb do you look asking people to give money? You know? That's why you pay people to go and set these little GoFundMes to help Hawaii. But they chose to face it themselves. Which puts The Rock up there, like, for that moment, you know? But he actually apologized for it. It was just, it's big of him to own it and apologize for it, right? But it's like, Charlie, man, you should have apologized like the next day, not like wait, like, it's almost a month and a half later.
Yeah.
So his publicist would have told him, it's probably not good, you know.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird if you're like the general public wanting to help and you I want to give money to The Rock. You know, that sounds weird.
Yeah.
I want to give my hard-earned money to The Rock, my $1.
Add to his 300 million.
Because people would have been like, who's this? And seen them, giving them the money. gone to someone else and like, oh yeah, this
More-
one looks
more
like it's gonna
direct
go
sort of
direct
thing,
to them.
yeah.
Or at least be a spokesperson on where to donate.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the Rock. If you want to help, you can go give.
Yeah,
Like that.
yeah.
Hey.
That's the route. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get to these guys. These guys are doing great things.
Yeah.
Get behind their cause.
Yeah.
Help the people of Maui. Yeah.
But yeah, big love to Mr. for owning it and seeing like, bro, yeah, put those muckers on, man. Some people don't see it that way.
Yeah.
Like, bro, in my head, I was like, how the hell are you two millionaires gonna ask people? He just gave a guy a house that he got freaking, like, he gave a guy a house who was training and he was sleeping at the gym.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that.
And go help people in Hawaii then.
Yeah.
Fuck. It's like, surely. You got spare change like that. Fuck.
To help to buy someone a house.
Actually, that's queues over here. Go. Can't even put $3 petrol now, can't?
We're trying to rush now $60 a week for food. You know.
$1 petrol is not even like 200 mils, eh? It was like, doesn't even click over. Fuck, come.
All right, sweet boys. Just want to speed things up. Just quickly, what have you guys been watching?
Man, I don't know if you've watched did you watch the Welcome to Wrexham?
Yeah,
Wow.
that's me, eh?
I'm still watching
Man,
this.
yeah, no, because they've been releasing like episodes for season 2.
Yeah,
But man, like,
that's good.
I love it. I love it.
That's good.
If you're a sports fan or into like, teams and stuff like that, then I highly recommend it. And I've been watching that. I started to watch it because I was sort of scrolling through like Netflix and Disney because we have like those, and then I was like, oh, I've already watched like because I love basketball. I've seen a lot of football stuff. I was like, oh, let's do the football route soccer route because I don't know much about it.
Yeah,
And I was like, oh, this looks interesting. But man, I love it, because just like owning because we talk about the Warriors, we talked about the Warriors like winning a championship. So it's sort of like about that, trying to bring Wrexham back to the glory days. Wrexham, for the listeners, it's a football club that's been struggling for years, and Ryan Reynolds and what's the other guy's name? Rob McElhenney or something?
yeah, Rob McElhenney.
Yeah. And
From Philadelphia. It's called, Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah. So they buy the club and build it up. And it's really cool because it's interesting because you know how like we talk about if we do this and do that, like money makes a difference, eh?
Yeah.
Because they bought their manager, the bold guy, and the lady as well.
Yeah.
Then they got a coach, and then they bought like 2 good players.
Yeah.
And then they're winning. That's like, so money makes a difference,
Yeah.
They got that coach, and then that Paul Mullen. And
the star from the grade up.
Yeah,
They got him down there.
Yeah.
That's his hometown, eh? Or something.
Yeah, something like closer to his family. He's seen when it's together, and then
yeah.
they got that big. The coach was like, "Oh, we need a big forward, someone physical." And then they got this other guy, Bolly Palmer. He was like big forward, and so if they didn't have the money, they couldn't do that. But it's awesome. They're building up the women's team. They're fixing the stadium, and because I'm not really an emotional guy, but I got emotional a few times.
I love the
when they make the progress in that, and the stories. They go to the fans and their stories and like their business is growing now because people are traveling there to watch the games and to see the places.
King came in.
Yeah,
in season 2.
But I love it. I
love the whole sports culture in that town. Oh, just. That dynamic of the sports culture, like this town, the only thing that brings them together is this football team. Hey, the whole town goes to the game, and this is the time everyone's in unity. And just the fan and how they how they jump on the buses and go.
Yeah, so it'll be like tomorrow night. We're gonna go watch the Wrexham game in Hamilton. And but it's normal for them. It's at 7:00, and then we'll go watch the game and get back at like 1:00 in the morning. And go to work the next day. Like that's normal for them, though, because they love the team,
And all the buses at the stadium, and they just jump on and go.
Like, let's go, boys. We'll get ready. We'll meet at our thing and have a few drinks, and then we'll go to the game. That's their normal, like our midweek game. I was like, these guys are hard, and there's like heaps of them,
I love how Rob and Ryan Reynolds,
they're really good,
Like they don't know anything about it. They just did it because they wanted to be part of the bringing it up,
Yeah, they're really good partners,
Yeah,
like they really click and their chemistry's good, and they got good hearts, You can tell like they really care about the team and the players and stuff. Like there's obviously a financial incentive for them, but they connect with the guys, like because one of their first visit, you know, they meet everyone and all that, and then they have there's some drinks with the locals.
Yeah.
And if guys do that, I got respect for that, eh? Like, you know, they're just one of the boys, and they got hammered with the guys, and then they have stuff the next day, and they back up, and I'm like, these guys hungover. These guys are good. Never trust the guy you can't have a beer with, man. You know, you got to be able to sit down and break bread, and you know, have a chat with.
I like the chants. I like when they went to that other team away game, and they were singing, "You bought the wrong team."
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds, you bought the wrong team.
And then they, because they're trying to get stories there, they write to the other club, and they're like, "Oh, do you want to be a part of our documentary?" They're like, "Get lost, you know, we don't want to be part of your shit documentaries." We're rivals.
Yeah.
So
I thought it was cool, Rob, because he's a Philadelphia Eagles fan, because he's from there.
That's where it all started, eh? Because he saw how American football brought a lot of people together, and how they're like all family and stuff, and he wanted to do the same thing, eh?
Yeah. And he even made the alternative strip the same colors as Philadelphia Eagles, eh?
Yeah. So he made the Wrexham.
Yeah.
Highly
recommended that, sure.
I'm still watching it. Yeah. So I got into that in the school holidays. Yeah.
That's awesome, sure, man.
I got tricked up. What was the one when they went in the FA Cup? Yeah, when they went in the FA Cup, because it's cool their leagues there, the soccer, because you know they have like their comps. It's like they don't have semi-finals in that. It's just who's at the top, and then and they have a few comps within the comp A. So they have like the main competition. Then within that they have like a playoff thing, but it's interesting. So it's sort of like, I guess, like here, what would be the equivalent? Everyone in, I guess, league would be like from senior A's all the way up to Fox. We have a tournament, a knockout tournament, and it's all over New Zealand. And then, so if you just play, so you could play a Canterbury team, but it's every division. And then that's the FA Cup or whatever.
Oh, gee.
So yeah,
I never knew how that
that's
worked.
the latest one.
Oh, yeah.
So they're in like the 5th division, but they could play any other team. So they just draw it like a lottery. Yeah. So they played like some guys who were making like 50 million a year. And stuff.
Yeah.
Like their lowest paid player made more than any of their players. I think all of their players played together. I was like, so they played, I think, a 2nd division team, and they nearly beat them. They lost. They drew. They played at home, and then they had to play away because they had their chance at home. But it's interesting. I like the way they do their tournaments and stuff. Like, it could be a good way to mix things up here, you know, because yeah.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because like when I was going through stuff that I watched over like my little break that I've had, man, and like some memories come up on my news feed that I didn't end up watching, but they were like Carlo Park Day games of like the Nationals rugby,
or
rugby league comp.
Yeah,
and this was like televised. The major sponsor was Lion Red, but it's just crazy because they got actual commentary. Like it's like I think it's one world sport, but they had like one game. It was like the New Zealand competition, the Rooster and the Fox champions. It was like Tier 2 versus Glenora.
Right.
It's like 87.
Yeah.
But it's just like crack up, like, bro, they need to go back to those days, the glory days of like making like local club footy, like the pinnacle of like rugby league. But it was pretty crack up seeing that.
Have you been watching anything? Interesting.
Oh man, the only thing I watched like in the time that I've had off is that old school movie Johnny Depp, man. What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
Oh, yeah.
Because I watched it on the plane, man. I watched it on the plane. And like I've been always telling Nikita to watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Couldn't get over like, because like the flight was packed going to Melbourne. And like, while on a packed plane, man, listening to some beats over here. You know how you can get the noise cancelling on your headphones, but I didn't have the sound plugged in. But man, the bit where Gilbert's mum's telling him off for leaving his brother in the bath. Bro, it made me cry.
Yeah,
man, it got me good.
Yeah.
Especially when she
that's
gets
sort of early in the
movie.
movie. Is that early in the movie?
No, that's after he meets that girl.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, Sully, you guys resting, eh? It's like, bro, if the Hollywood Husbands did a voiceover there, bro, it'd still be said. Like, that's the one film that I thought, like, oh yeah, this is my Leah, you know? Like, I remember watching it as a kid, and probably like last when I was in my 20s. But yeah, watching the game, bro, like fuck, it hit different, eh? But just yeah, man, when the mum, you know, even when she goes down to the police station. But yeah, bro, that one bit when she's like telling Gilbert off for leaving the brother in the bath.
Yeah.
Bro, it broke my heart. I was like, fuck, man. Because, you know, my son's special. Like, I imagine me in my older age not being able to care for him and something like that happening, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. So it was like, I want my girls to watch it so they can be like, "Any song of your brother like that, eh? Or I'll come and haunt you and your husband when I'm dead." Yeah, that was all I watched.
I haven't seen that for ages, but I remember I loved it. Yeah, it's a good movie. My brother put me onto that one. Good movie.
Yeah, it's a good, feel-good story.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially because Johnny Depp's like still young and
Yeah.
bro, it's just how he's funny, eh? Like, you know, he's the delivery boy.
Yeah.
I think Leonardo won an Oscar for that performance, eh? Been handicapped, eh?
I don't know.
Nah, that was awesome, the way he did that. Eh?
Oh,
Yeah.
bro, he played it well, man.
Yeah.
That put me on to Leonardo. Then I always followed him from there.
Yeah,
'Cause I was like,
yeah.
wow, this guy's the man.
Like, I
Good
first
actor,
watched that, I must have been like 7, man.
Yeah.
But I was just blown away, like, hey, he's not even special. But then, yeah, watching it again, bro, like, yeah, man. Just even thinking about the mum, like, you know, she's hugging him. Like, you, like, crying. I'm like, fuck you, Johnny. Fucking selfish kid.
So my downtime, like I said, I stayed home Tuesday and Wednesday. I watched Equalizer 3.
Any good?
It's good. Oh, man, but I love those revenge kind of movies, eh? Like, you know, the payback ones. Fuck, I love them, eh?
Is it related to any of the first and second? No?
Nah, it's a standalone. But it's the same old thing.
Uber driver?
Uber driver, yeah. But
And what's he driving, dude? What's his car?
nah, he talks about it. Because it's based in Italy. Because he travels to Italy. It's all in
Florence.
It's all in Sicily.
Oh, yeah.
It's all in Sicily. So you don't know. I can't spoil it. But he's there for a reason. But but the reason we all know, but don't take notice. But yeah. So he's there for a reason, but while he's there, he gets involved with stuff. So things happen. Yeah. So he has to do his thing. But man, I just love those revenge kind of movies. Eh?
Yeah.
I love them. Like I just love the good guy just wasting everybody. Like
man.
don't give them a chance. Eh? Like,
You know, in the second one, when he walks in,
like Taken.
with the
Yeah.
with the envelope of money. Hey,
Yeah,
you know how he has to buy the girl? And he's, this he can buy you 1 day, 1 hour, right? Yeah, how about you think it's fuck, bro? When he like does the head count, when he goes in with the envelope of money, and then in my head, like when he kills everyone, break 2-3 seconds. And everyone needs a friend like that in their life, straight up.
Yeah.
I wish.
So I watched that, and there's a movie I want to watch because I did this thing on my post on Facebook where I did my top 5 movie directors, and I put Martin Scorsese as my number 1, and he is. And this is one movie I didn't watch that I want to watch tonight. It's I found it on TV NZ Plus. It's called Silence. It stars the guy from Spider-Man and Liam Neeson and Adam Driver. Nah, the other one. Who's Toby? Toby Maguire? Nah, the second Spider-Man. But yeah, I'll watch that one. It's about it's based in the past where it's about Liam Neeson. He goes to Japan. I think this is in the 1600s. He's a Christian. He's a missionary trying to spread the word. So he goes with his team, his guys, to Japan to spread the word. But they struggle there, and so the Japanese, they punish them for being Christians, and they say, if you still want to spread the word, then you're gonna die. But because he doesn't want to die, he says, okay, I'm not gonna be a Christian anymore. But his guys he's gone with, they all die. Yeah. So the word of that gets back to the church in Portugal. So they send 2 guys over to Japan to try to find this guy. Yeah, so it's about that. I thought it was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting story. Yeah.
Man, I was a bit gutted. Me and my wife went to the movies, I think, last week. And then I saw the Equalizer 3 was there. And I was like, oh, yeah. My wife wanted us to watch The Exorcist.
Oh. Was that good?
I'm not really into that stuff, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. It was. I don't know. I used to be into those, but now I'm just like straight sports and documentaries. You know,
Yeah.
I sort of changed. But it was alright. But I wanted to watch the Equalizer.
Yeah.
Was there a Beatle film out? That you seen?
Yeah, that was out there. That was an
Superhero one,
option.
eh?
That was an option. I didn't watch it, but that was one that
I watched that everywhere in Oz.
Yeah.
And I just, man, the movie theater in Australia just that much better, eh?
Is it?
But way comfier. Like the seats bigger,
Oh
bigger
yeah.
screen,
Yeah.
bigger everything, eh?
True.
Man, I was like, Musu put the leg rest up because I knew straight away if I put the leg rest up, it's game over. eh?
Out.
Yeah, man. So it's just like it felt like I was on the plane was eating yogurt grape again. But then my wife was like, you fell asleep like twice. Okay. I saw you sleepy too, eh? But yeah, man. But now that film's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a DC comic character. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, it's good film. But
It's
yeah,
in
bit
there,
corny. Yeah, bit corny though. Eh? But like overall, nah, it's certainly pretty good.
Yeah, I was like, oh, no wonder you feel like down sometimes because you're just watching these like bloody horrors and thrillers and stuff. I'm like, man, no wonder you're like, you wake up, I don't know what's wrong. I'm like, man, you just watch demons.
I don't get that. I don't get that kind of reaction for me because I love horrors. And the reason why I love horrors because I know it's not real.
Right, yeah. Nah, I just feel like it's like it lingers in my mind, you know, like. You know, like
Nah, sharp boys, man. We're going over time, but it's all right because man,
we're making up for time.
We're making up for time, but man, appreciate you guys all the time coming in here and doing the podcast. You know, we'll keep doing it. This is 113, 114 next week. So let's do some last words. Start with you, let's.
Oh man, I just wanted to make a shout out to my doko Sosiwa Kailahi. The bro always puts on like special quotes or like stuff that he feels for the day. And he's doing a lot of walking with the bro Suli Mo. So he's doing like a 3K walking quest every day for the last month. But I saw something that he posted the other day, and it's probably just a remembrance of people important in our lives. But yeah, I just wanted to share because I thought like, bro, you know, it's all for the brothers, you know, like if you checking in on people, man, check in, like they just do this, oh, hey, how are you? And then leave it at that, like fully check in, like get the life story.
Commit.
It takes 30 minutes, bro, 30 minutes, and it goes a long way. But his little quote goes, life is way too short and precious. Tell those around you that you love them. Don't hold grudges, look after one another, and never take a person or moment for granted. We never know what someone is going through, and tomorrow is never promised. So that's all for the brothers. But so shout out to him and Sully, man. Been watching, I'm thinking of walking my dog because my dog's 5 kgs overweight. Yeah. That's what the animal welfare told us. Anyways, but yeah, you know what it is.
Nice. Yes.
I guess what's been happening? I guess I nearly finished my ebook. I've been mentioning that for years, and I've been trying to, I guess for the listeners, I've been trying to start like a teen barbell club, like athletic training thing. But both of these things have both come on the back of procrastination. So they've both been on my mind for a while, on my heart. But I'm proud that I've sort of making steps towards them. So I guess whatever your thing is that you're procrastinating, get after it, have a crack. It feels good. It feels good. And like as you get older, I guess like I'm 36, 37, like you lose, I feel like a lot of like family and friends, like I lose passion. You know, it's like it get boring, like have a passion or revitalize a passion. Like something you maybe used to do or find a new one. Yeah. So that's what I'd probably like to finish on. So get into finish stuff or get into stuff that you sort of started, finish it off, and yeah, have like a passion, not just like your kids, and like have something that sort of fires you up. You know what I mean? Yeah, look after your family, obviously, but that's why I like doing this podcast, because, you know, both of you guys are right into it.
Yeah.
You know, like the energy's good, but you talk to people like, it's like, oh, good, yeah, good. What's been happening? Oh, not much. You know, it's boring, you know. So yeah, like I wouldn't be like, oh, what's been happening? It's like, oh man, I've been doing this, you know, whatever it is. Oh, you know that thing I was talking about actually started.
Yeah.
So like I want to talk and like hear your progress, you know, your journey in like over 6 months, a year. It's like I'm up to here. Remember when I was like procrastinating? Let's have more stories like that. Yeah.
Hard up. And on that note, talking about revitalization, I want to say I had my break, had my downtime. It's time to put in some work now, man. WesWes Network, we're coming.
Yeah, man. That's the one.
Yeah. All right, boys, let's get the fuck out of here.